Hey everybody, hope you're having a great week this week. Today the focus of our weekly report is about the retirement plan, which most everyone who works for a corporation has, the 401k. And I want to talk about a mistake that I see made in almost everyone's 401k that either if I'm coming across and we're actually managing and doing an enrollment at a company's plan, or whether we are looking at a client, a prospective client statement. And this is a mistake I see almost all the time. If I was to tell you that you owned 8,886 stocks and 10,142 separate bonds, would you think as an investor that you are well diversified? And the answer to that question should be yes. You're pretty much taking the total global marketplace of stocks and bonds when you own this many stocks and bonds. And each one of these funds, this is an actual example of the Vanguard 2040 Target Date Retirement Fund. In each one of these funds, you own that many stocks. So if you are electing as an individual to pick one of these funds inside of your 401k plan, it should be the only fund you own inside the plan. Otherwise, essentially what you're doing is, let's say you own these mix of, this target date fund, and then you also own large cap or an S&P 500 fund and additional bonds. What you're doing is you're saying, well, I'm going to overweight large cap inside of my entire portfolio, and then also, then re-underweight it with bonds if that was the case of what you're doing. Or I think that, I'm going to put 20% in I have 80% in the target date fund, I've got 10% in the international and 10% in large cap. You're essentially taking the weightings of these stocks and saying, I'm going to overweight large cap and international relative to how this has me diversified. And essentially, each one of those stocks in both of those separate funds are already owned by these. So you're layering fees. Another mistake, somebody will have the 2040 and the 2060, thinking that they are protecting themselves. Well, essentially all you've done is layered fees because you bought each stock twice, and you've made it a 2050 fund. Just to give you an example of the kind of risk reward you can see inside of these target date funds, a 2040 fund as of right now today is 90% stocks and 10% bonds with about 9 to 10% bonds with about 1% in cash. So that's how it looks. Now just try to avoid doing that if you're picking the funds. Otherwise, if you want to build your own asset allocation, you do not own any of these, and you weight the different assets, asset classes accordingly based on the fund selection or the choices that you have inside of your 401k. So hopefully this resonates with you. Hopefully you're not doing it. If you are doing it, you can probably log into your company's 401k plan and change it today. It's never, it's not too late to get things right. And it's not necessarily that it's just going to crush you. It just doesn't make sense. You are having on additional layers of fees inside each fund that you overweight or underweight or whatever it may be, and you can just do it better. So take this advice, look at your 401k. If you don't know if you're doing that, see if you're doing that. And if we can help you at all, give us a call, 770-984-2312. Till next week, I hope your money's making money for you.